This is a thrumming rod. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, aside from, being harvested from poop. Okay, I made it back to New York just in time to maybe have some safe ice, although it's popping all over the place. It is about 4 or 5 inches. I'm at Sodom Reservoir, otherwise known as East Branch Reservoir. I've got a life jacket. I've got my ice picks. I had been forgetting these, so good to find them. And yeah, we're probably gonna catch some perch today. I'm only jigging. I didn't bring any tip-ups so that I could be more mobile. Sometimes it's just a pain in the butt to have to keep after tip-ups and move them and all that. So anyway, I'm gonna try to find some fish for you. All right, while we wait for things to heat up, this is a thrumming rod. I had no idea what it was, but I was searching for ice fishing stuff on eBay and I came across it. It is a Finnish design. Really I still need to figure a lot of this out, but there's a button here that jigs your rod. Now, why that's any easier than just going like that manually, I don't know, but it's supposed to give like really subtle jumps, maybe to make it more realistic to some kind of, whatever might be down there, whatever bait might be down there naturally. There's some numbers here. I don't know if that's like the drag or what. I'm just gonna kind of figure it out. And this button on the underside basically makes it easier to reel up and down. It's like an open face reel. You can go both ways with it. Anyway, I'm just kind of figuring this out today, but it should be fun. I have this one, which is kind of antique or vintage, and then I have a plastic one at home that's a lot more modern. But anyway, the technique is called thrumming, and this is a thrumming rod. Wait, oh, wrong button. Gotta remember to push this underneath trigger when I reel in. Is there fish on there? There might be. Yeah. Okay. First thrumming fish. A little hard to feel the bite on this rod because it's like plastic or rubber or something, but there he is. Tiny perch. There is something to this thrumming. See, I could press the button or I could just go. I guess, I don't know. The button's more subtle. Thrumming perch. I think we need them bigger than that. Okay guys, for tea time we're doing something different today. It's actually coffee time and I made it at home, but I'm gonna drink it for you. I have Kopi luwak coffee. Let me just read the description from the bag and I think you'll put 2 and 2 together. 2, no pun intended. You now have a chance of experiencing such an unusual luxury as well as a spectacular cup of coffee. This is 100% pure, the most expensive and rarest coffee in the world because of its limited supplies. This is not a fraudulent blend, but pure, gathered up from Sorry, this is an important sentence, I have to get it right. This is not a fraudulent blend, but pure, gathered up from part digested Sumatra Gayo coffee cherries, eaten and defecated by wild civet cats. This process will produce a very low acid coffee, distinctive aroma with bitterness level slightly low, a very smooth and luxurious taste. That's right. These coffee beans were harvested from the poop of a wild jungle cat in Indonesia. Let's try it. Okay, so the reasoning behind this is that there are some kind of enzymes in the intestines of the civet cats that break down that acidity of the coffee beans. So it's supposed to be a much smoother drink. Now I'm drinking it black, so I want to have the most kind of raw experience here. But maybe milk or cream would be a delightful addition, or sugar. Well, it's smooth. It's a good cup of coffee, and it is low on the bitterness and acidity. However, I'm not sure that a cat has to poop it out to get coffee of this magnitude, of this flavor profile. I'd have to say, if I'm being honest, it's good coffee. It's good coffee, don't get me wrong, but I think it's also kind of just like a novelty. Like, yeah, it came from cat poop. If you're into that, if you're an adventurous eater, or I guess drinker, then try it out. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, aside from, you know, being harvested from poop. But yeah, it's smooth. It's smooth, all right. Anyway, this has been your coffee time. This is about 18 feet, deepest we've been. Okay, a couple things I like about the thrumming rod here is you can control the rate of descent very easily. You just press this trigger, and you know you can either reel towards you or away from you and bring it up or down, which I guess you can do with an open face reel as well, but it's kind of a nice feature. Drawbacks, well, it's not very sensitive to bites at all with this plastic thing or whatever it is, so you really have to, I feel like it's best to combine it with a fish finder, like a Vexilar if you have one, because you have to know when there's a fish near it or you might not feel the bite. It's kind of hard for me after working with spring bobbers the last week to go to something that's so rigid and not very sensitive, but I don't know, it's a cool little thing, and you know, you got that subtle little twitch you can do. I don't think I've got more than 2 on film, but I've caught like 5 tiny perch with it, or 4. Fish on. Oh, bluegill. Crappie. Get nervous around the deucer. Should pull it out, but now New York, I think, still has a crappie minimum, and this guy's not very big anyway. Crappie, I'm keeping them cold. I'm keeping them wet here. Crappie must be 10 inches long in New York, and there's a 25 fish daily limit, so can't keep this guy. Something else. Nicer bluegill. Also, it's very hard to keep tension on the line you know, if I was to try to pull this deucer out, which is another reason I'm not doing it. Okay, so fish are here now. Hand line. Okay, and the line gets tangled pretty easily too. This is good though. We've got a pack of something under here. Okay, I'm gonna give the thrumming a rest here. Go to the frostbite dinner bell. Something suspending at about 14 feet. He's coming for it. Bluegill. Oh yeah. That one was... Oh, what do we got here? Is that a fall fish? It's a little fall fish. That's a first. Fall fish through the ice. Ain't she a beaut? Hi, fall fish. And next drop down, just had to document an even larger fall fish. Alright, to be fair guys, I've already caught this one. I just sent it back down again to document the multi-species magic that's happening right now. Because this would be a golden shiner. Oh yes. 5th species on the day, I believe. Pretty cool. Good bait fish too, maybe I should keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Maybe not for today, but maybe for today. It's pretty big to put on a tip up. Alright, well I'm gonna need to keep it alive. Alright, I'm gonna put some water in a bucket and try to keep this guy alive. Okay. That's my guy. I don't know how I would hook him in order to hook whatever would eat him, but it might just be a fun little extra side project for the day. So, golden shiner. Alright guys, so I went to the car and got a tip up, but with this huge shiner, the first challenge is going to be whether or not he trips off the mechanism just by being himself. And also, I don't have any hooks that are very big. I think ultimately if you were going to do this, you would want like a treble hook situation, maybe like 2 treble hooks. I have some, but they're pretty small, so let's just, man, that little hook, I don't know where to even put it on this guy, but I guess behind the dorsal, just like usual. Well, we know whatever eats him would be huge, I think. Okay, so let's see, 18 feet of water. This is where we are going to put our big old shiner in and just leave him all day. Okay, I'm picking him up. He's going down. Okay, guess it doesn't really matter how deep I send him down because he's gonna go where he decides to go. I don't think that little split shot's gonna hold him back, so I don't know. But I think it's just a perch. Oh, bluegill. You ain't special. Well, we're all special. Alright, let's do some thrumming. It's thrumming time. There's the possibility I'm holding this upside down and it's really like this, but I don't think so. Thrumtastic. Thrumdacious. Okay guys, well that might be it for today. It was mostly dinks, but kind of cool from a multi-species perspective. We caught 5 species: perch, bluegill, crappie, fall fish, which was a big surprise, and golden shiner, which was kind of a surprise too. Speaking of that golden shiner, we're gonna let him go. Nothing's happened here as expected at this tip-up all day. And we learned a little about thrumming, although I'm still kind of unclear. And of course, we tried cat coffee. But as I pull him up, I want to remind you to please like, please subscribe, and as always, fish like no one's watching, not even this guy. Peace.